Dear students, it is class 12th and this is business studies. Today we have to start our new chapter, staffing. It is the 6th chapter of your business studies. But before starting our new chapter, let us know some terms or the two terms relating to the organizing chapter. First is span of control. What is the span of control? Span of control, just when we talked about the organizing of the departmentalization, just dividing our organization into different departments, it is needed to define the number of subordinates needed to be managed by a manager. So after departmentalization, every department has a manager, and manager has to define that how many subordinates are under his supervision, under his control. This is known as span of control. Span of control means the jurisdiction of control, amount of subordinates which are under the control of a particular person, a particular manager. And at the same time, this span of control means who will report to whom. It means who is answerable before whom, who has to submit the report before whom. So who is the subordinate and who is the manager, it must be clear. So this falls under the purview of span of control. So span of control, it means define the number of subordinates under a manager, which are to be managed by a manager, and at the same time to know that who will report to whom, who is answerable before whom. This is known as span of control. इस span of control का मतलब है कि एक मैनेजर के मातहत कितने लोग हैं जिनको उससे मैनेज करना है, और उसके साथ साथ स्पेन ऑफ कंट्रोल में ये भी आता है कि कौन लोग किसके मातहत है, किसको एक इंसान जो है, एक सबॉर्डिनेट जो है, वो किसके सामने जवाबदेह है. This is known as span of control. And the second term is delegation of authority. You students already know that the process of entrusting authority and responsibility to one's subordinate, it is known as delegation of authority. Delegation of authority का मतलब है जब हायर लेवल जो है अपनी कुछ अथॉरिटी, अपने कुछ इख्तियारात, अपने कुछ पावर्स सबॉर्डिनेट्स को दे देता है, और सबॉर्डिनेट जो हैं वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं उस चीज़ के लिए, उस काम के लिए. उसे कहा जाता है डेलीगेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी. बट दिस सबॉर्डिनेट, he is accountable to one superior. Every subordinate is accountable to one superior. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम अपनी कुछ जिम्मेदारियां अपने मातहत को दे देते हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ में हमें ये भी याद रखना है कि ये जो जिसको हमने अपने कुछ अख्तियारात दे दिए हैं, वो इंसान जो है हर वक्त अपने सुपीरियर के सामने जवाबदेह है, उसको अपने कामों का हिसाब उसके सामने दे देना है. These are the two terms, span of control and delegation of authority. Let us now start our new chapter. The chapter is staffing. It is the 6th chapter of your business studies. Staffing. Staffing, as you know, this staffing is man related. It is wholly related to the manpower, to the human beings. It is related to the human beings. It is not related to the non-humans or machines, land and building, or all these things, because staffing, this function is concerned with bringing the right person for the right job. So the right person for the right job, this process is known as staffing. As you know that a business has to deal, every organization has to deal mainly with the human beings, and the human beings, they are expected to perform their jobs completely, responsibly. This function in any organization, it is performed by staffing. So staff, it is mainly, it is related wholly and solely, it is related to the human beings, and this function is one of the important functions of any organization. While we have planning, we have organizing, This staffing, it is one of the important functions of any organization because it is related to the human beings. Human beings, they are the basic units of every organization. No organization can be found if there are no human beings. So human beings are involved mainly in the process of staffing. This staffing, it includes the functions like recruitment, selection, training, growth, and development of employees. Not only these things, but the performance appraisal, that how these human beings perform, what is there, how they show the successes in their own departments, in their own responsibilities. So staffing includes the functions like recruitment of employees, selection of employees, training of employees, growth and development of employees, and at the same time the performance of employees. All these things are performed by staffing. So staffing recruits them, employs them, selects them, trains them, develops the employees. It is involved in the growth of employees, and it is ultimately involved in the performance of employees. So we can say that staffing is concerned with obtaining, using, and maintaining satisfactory and satisfied employees. So staffing, it is one of the important functions of every organization related with the human beings. And what it does to the human beings, it is related to obtaining them, using them, maintaining them in a satisfied way, and using them and maintaining them satisfactorily, and use them, and it is related to use them in a satisfied way. So we cannot say that it is only a function, but it is a line also. As we see marketing, it is a line as well as staffing, because it has to work on both the phases. It has to work with the human beings, and it has to work within on different lines, just recruiting, just growing, just training, just selecting,